All right, welcome back to another anime and crypto episode. Actually, a diary installment. A lot has taken place since the last video, and since we're going to the next halving, eh, we can space these videos out. So this one's going to probably be entitled "Presentation." I'm just getting everything together for the next bull run. While we're in the current bull run, which is really weird, right? But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Don't mind me. I'm just looking over. I'll go over the details of one of the guys I follow or one of the people. Doesn't have to be a guy. So anyway, so let's get on to first. Let's touch base on some anime. I never really get on to the anime thing that much, but this is what I'm watching, and this is one I would like to say it's a diamond in the rough. I mean, this is pretty damn good. Scavenger's Ring. Um, Let's see, it's 12 episodes, and so far I'm like dug in. I just started binge watching this thing. Today is Father's Day, by the way. Happy Father's Day to all those fathers out there. This video won't be up on Father's Day, that's for sure. But the Happy Father's Day still goes out. But I'm already up to I'm already on episode 8, and I'm just like, there's nothing like I can just melt through the rest of it. But I forced myself to stop. It's just crash land on the planet, and the planet's weird. It's got all types of stuff going on, and I'll just leave it at that. Check it out. It's awesome. Netflix is actually turning. I think Netflix is going to take over this series. I think so. Season 2 will be a Netflix exclusive. So they're a shame, pity. They're going to be moving from Max, HBO Max to here, and HBO Max has been doing a good job with in the anime section also. So hopefully, this thing will expand more. But here we go, anime and crypto. I've been working on this presentation. This for everyone, for myself, and for whoever comes across this video in time. Um, and so I'm trying to break it down, keep it simple for myself. This is something like I need to review almost every time maybe daily, almost definitely for sure weekly. So started with the title, and of course you got the mascot. Anime on base is one of my favorite anime, if not the favorite. Um, so that, but let's get to the disclaimer. And this is always good to have. And I'm not a certified financial advisor, and please consult with a professional before making any financial decisions. And remember, I'm not a financial expert. Always seek advice from a qualified professional. This video is for educational purposes only. I'm not providing financial advice. So we're definitely going to be using it. So this is part of the video too. Thought I'd have a disclaimer in there, take my time and do some things like, properly, making sure that people know that this is a journey. It's for educational purposes for myself and for others, who are watching. And so Bitcoin halving countdown to 2028, and we're currently in the current Bitcoin bull run, and so we're preparing for the next one. And there's no better time to prepare when you're having some trial and error during the current. So we have our clock, and let's see if it's going to bring it up for me. I have to actually fix this a little bit, but I think it works better when it's actually running. But we have the link, and we can click on over, and it can show us the next halving. We have 1,400 days exactly, pretty much so, until the next halving. So we're preparing now, and that'll be awesome. That'll take that 3.125, I guess, per block, and it's going to break it down to 1.52, man. I started investing in a miner, Riot mining, and like I say, we already went over the disclaimer. This is just something personal. So I really think in time that it's going to really grow, especially because of these circumstances. If they don't go under, so that's a big risk there too. So thought I'd share that. But it's always good to start there. And unfortunately, the presentation looks like it dropped off. So kind of going to have to perk that a little bit also, so that it doesn't. Oh no, it's still here. Oh, good. Oof, I thought it closed the window for a second. All right, so working on this, and that's the clock. We just seen that. That's going to be one of the first things that we check. and I'll look into if I could just click it instead of having to hover over it and do some stuff. That's not, yeah, instead of having to do all that. And so we went on to that. So we're looking at the Bitcoin dominance, and we already know that we want, in reference to Bitcoin dominance, we're looking for Bitcoin to basically dip on down. It's been here at 55 for a minute now. We're trying to get it down to, let's see, where the altcoins can shine, and that'll be down in the 39 section, like around this barrier. This is like, it's really the mini right here. Thank you to the person who made this chart here, took their work, did all that. I clicked on something. All right. So yeah, so we're trying to get to this point right now. And all the focus is on Bitcoin. So that is what's going on right now, trending. So it's good to check this almost daily, almost. You just want to see which direction this thing is heading, and hopefully it'll start heading on a downward slope. But we'll see. We'll just keep checking back on that. And then we had the liquidation heat lamp, and this is where everybody's trying to short Bitcoin or whatever it is they're doing. Um, you got a bunch of liquidity, so like that's what causes Bitcoin to bounce back down. As you can see, it's like some, you got these spots for liquidity. Once the higher it goes, it's got more and more, and it's only going up because Bitcoin is currently around here. So let's refresh. Might have to refresh it to get a fresh map. See where it's at. It's a 24-hour map. See a little spike right there, but still, we're still chopping. We've been chopping a long time. Man, just chopping away, just hanging in this range. And it's good to look at this because like it's accumulating pretty much. So there's people not selling for sure that are just buying in here. I mean, like, just how many people are going to keep selling in here? Not making anything, just trying to buy and sell. It's just like it's just doesn't make any sense. So you got a lot of accumulation right here in this area between this like 66 and 67 zone right here. And then you got the liquidity right here, which is like once it's taken out all this, it's gonna, hopefully go into price discovery. And then we'll find a new high up there, that price discovery range. But hey, you know. So there is kind of a lot of things that you kind of have to do to get started. I mean, it works. And once you get up and running, or I get up and running, it's gonna be a cinch. So I've been messing around in the DeFi section. Um, so I have kind of made some changes, kind of act on the fly in the crypto world. I mean, I do invest in the stock market, and I learned not to be so fast in that area. So, but in this environment, kind of got to take my old habits and put them over here. So I want to act fast to not to have to act fast. So, and the best way I figured out on doing that so far, and this is through networking, mind you, and I'm talking about digging into these groups, talking to people, asking questions, cracking jokes, being interactive. Let me make sure I'm recording this because I do not want to keep on going. Yeah, I am. But anyway, so just talking in these communities and things of that nature, this broadened my base. And I came across some DeFi. I didn't even think it was relevant to get into yet, but then I found out it was. So Beefy is one of the areas that I found that was relevant to what it is I'm trying to do, and that's like not trying to trade up and down, chase these fairy tales of like, of course you want to sell high and buy low, but you don't want to be plugged in, having like, all these alerts on your phone. And like, I use wallets, and not all the wallets have like limit orders. And, it's just becomes like, it's like, look, can I just set it and forget it? I got a life to live. So Beefy helps out with that, especially my crypto, projects that are struggling, or, they just have this feature, which is pretty awesome. And I've been doing a little experimentation with some, another crypto that's, in the base network, Chad, and that has a high APY. And it's just experimenting because I just want to do a little experiment. I'm putting loads of money in this thing, that's for sure. But like, just something that's reasonable, just to observe it and look and see how it works, because I don't really, these all this stuff is new to me, and this is amazing that it's out here. But it's a great lending platform. If you are interested, definitely check out some videos on Beefy. Just put it in YouTube and see what's going on. I don't want to do a whole video on that right now, especially when I'm learning. Maybe I'll come back in a month and then I can share my results on, uh, you know, well, how everything turned out. Does it seem like it was worth it? And then we can continue on that down there. But I do think it's highly, highly it's the best way to go. How can I say? Like for here's my strategy also around it. It's like the bull market. All right, that's great, but there will be a bear market. And then right now, chopping along, that's pretty much like a temporary bear market. You know, it's not like you're in the broader scope is that we're in the bull market. Yes, okay, that's pretty cool. But there's a moment that we're in this lull and we're just chopping the side, and then like typically Bitcoin chops or it's just yeah, pretty much state chops for some time after the halving. Everything doesn't happen like straight away. So we're in that zone, things happen and and doesn't happen. So while you're in that zone, it's like, man, how am I gonna like, make some money, especially if your alts are down, your altcoins are going to be down because you're waiting for altcoin season. So what can you do? Well, DeFi helps out with that. And like I said, I'm just exploring it. So anyway, I think that's enough information for now. Um, Maybe I'll do a video a week. It depends. I'm definitely trying to space them out, but I'm trying to stay relevant and stay and say I don't want to get too complacent. If I get complacent, man, oh boy, it took a lot for me to get up today, do this one, but I'm happy I did. So maybe I'll try to squeeze another one in tomorrow. I do have plenty of topics to touch base on, and there's a lot of stuff that's been going on. And like I will say this, when it comes to the meme coins, and I will let me see how much time if it has elapsed. I don't want to keep yapping. I don't think I have a timer on here. Oh boy. Next time I'll time myself. But I want to say that I condense my memes because I've been out there and I've noticed like, out just doing some research that these memes are just so easy to create. Creating coins, I found out, a couple easy ways to create coins and whatnot. And like I'll review that. And it can be like you can come up. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to do it. It just takes a few clicks and a couple bucks. And I was amazed at what you can do and what's out there. Especially with how about stars are doing it like influencers like Andrew Tate and Iggy whatever her name is stuff like that. Well, they're doing it on pump.fun. And to make a to get a coin up there up on Radium doesn't really take that much doing to do. And some of the websites I've seen connected to these projects are really challenged. So be careful out there. I say all this because, like, these projects, man, it doesn't take anything to get these things up and running. You can, if you can create a Telegram, and you can take create an X account, and you can just work at like a real simplistic website, which nowadays is really click, click, and that's it. You know what I mean? Then you can create a coin, and you can go out here and just you know act a fool. So be careful of these little coins that keep coming up because you can get into some real trouble. And if you do try to invest in like, things like these meme coins or something like that, I would do it on a network that's like how can I say? I would just do it on a network that is doesn't cost much. Like Base or like, Solana, the transactions are like minute, they're cents. So, you don't have to pay like astronomical fees like on Ethereum, no offense to it, but you don't have to pay stuff like that. And if you do it like with like $5 to start off and just observe the actual, you know, token or coin or whatever. Just observe it, like, and watch it, and then maybe add to it on some dips here and there with like maybe 50 cents. Sounds cheap, but if they're going to go to the moon, that's going to turn you into something. But if it doesn't and it gets rugged, which chances are you're going to probably get rugged here and there by some fake developer or whatever it is they're doing, or it just no one's interested anymore, then you just lost $5. All right, big deal. So I've learned that. I've learned that, and I had to learn that quick, really quick, because I aped into a few things, and then some things didn't work out, and that's just what happened. And I said, man, I need to come up with a different approach, and I need to do it quickly because you can go zero quick. I'm not talking about, and I'm dead serious. You can go zero quickly. You just so my whole thing is I want to learn. I want to experiment. I do want to make mistakes, and I want to learn from them, but I don't want them to, interfere with my life. My life now, seriously. So on that note, please like, subscribe, and comment below. Let me know what you're thinking about this. All right.